Coming to my next pattern, it looks like this. This is the pattern that I'm expecting to be printed. So on the screen, I want to print a first space followed by 5 stars. On the second row, I want 2 spaces followed by 5 stars. Next row, I want 3 spaces followed by 5 stars. On the fourth row, I want 4 spaces followed by the 5 stars. And on the fifth row, I want 5 spaces followed by 5 stars. This is my expectation. Again, looks difficult, but the way you look matters. It's not at all difficult at all. Keep watching. So again, I have now appointed 3 people, one to take care of the row number, one to take care of the spaces, one to take care of the stars. So first column, I have now written row number. So how many rows do I have? I now have 5 rows. All the 5 rows I would like to list it down. So this is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and the fifth row. On the first row, how many spaces do I have? I have only one space. In the second row, how many spaces do I have? I now have only 2 spaces. Similarly, on the third row, I have 3 spaces. On the fourth row, I have 4 spaces. On the fifth row, I have 5 spaces. Coming to the number of stars. In the first row, how many stars do I have? I have 5 stars. In the second row, also 5 stars. Third row, also 5 stars. Fourth row, also 5 stars. And fifth row, also 5 stars. So, in my case, how many till where the J should loop, till where the J should go, if you now closely watch, J will never go more than I. In other words, J should always be less than or equals to I. Coming to the number of stars, this stars is taken care by the variable K. So K should go from where to where? K should never go less than or equals to what now? Can it go more than I? Yes, in some cases it has to go more than I, that is 1. So in every case it is 5. So K should never go more than 5. In other words, K should always be less than or equals to 5. So keeping this table at the back of the mind, let us now write our code. So first, let me try to print every row. Row is taken care by I. So I will now write a for loop. So I'll tell for int I is equals to 1. I should go 5 times. So I will tell I less than or equals to 5. And every time I should be incremented. So I'll tell I plus plus. This is my for loop, first for loop. Inside every row, I now have to print spaces. Spaces is taken care by whom now? It is taken care by J. So one more for loop I will now write. So I will tell for int J is equals to 1. J less than or equals to what now? J should never go more than I is what I have told. So I'll simply write J less than or equals to I. And every time increment the value of J. Inside this, what we have to do? What is this J taking care of? It is taking care of spaces. So I will now tell system dot out dot print or println. It is print. Why? Because I want the cursor to remain where it is. So I will tell print, and print what? I will now print a space. After I print a space, I now have to print 5 stars. 5 stars is taken care by whom? It's taken care by K. So one more for loop I will now write. I'll tell for int K is equals to 1. K less than or equals to what? K should go up to 5. So I will tell K less than or equals to 5, and every time increment K by 1. So K plus plus. Inside this, what is K taking care? It is taking care about the stars. So I will tell system dot out dot print or println. It should be print. Why? Because I want the stars to be printed next to each other. So I will tell print star. After I print all the 5 stars, I want the cursor to come to the next line. That is when I will now simply tell system dot out dot println, and I'll simply close the for loop. This much if you write 100%, you will be getting the required pattern. Really, does that work? Let's check it out.